guys, what is going on? It's kcosmic here, and today I have a very special video for you to help you out with leveling your weapons in Black Ops Cold War. We all know how painful it is leveling up your weapons in this game, as it's extremely slow in zombies, and the only way really to do it moderately fast is in multiplayer. And since there's double XP right now as well, I thought no better time than to make this video than now, because I'm pretty sure it's going all the way through till Tuesday. So now if you want to get your guns leveled up, now is the perfect opportunity. Myself, I'm personally doing it so I can get all the camos in zombies, and leveling up your guns in zombies is again extremely slow and really not worth it. You might as well just go into multiplayer. As annoying as that is, it is the fastest way to level up your guns and then get the camos in zombies. If you guys would like to see a video about me talking about zombies and how to get camos fast, make sure to leave it in the comments below. Also subscribe if you're new around here, as I upload COD content very consistently. Go look at my channel, we do a podcast here as well. But with that said, let's get into the first tip to help you level up your guns in Black Ops Cold War. And now it's going to be quite basic, and don't roast me in the comments for this, but I found this to be really good. And that is going into the hardcore Nuketown playlist that you can find in multiplayer. As far as multiplayer maps go, this is the best one to do on. Nuketown obviously is pretty much the smallest, and there's a bunch of stuff going on. And when you know how the map flows as well, you can just really spray your weapons and pray for the best, and you'll get a few kills just by doing that. But going into this, you have to remember you're not going for a nuke, you're not going to get your kill streaks, you're just trying to get as many kills as possible, even if that means you dying a few times. With this method, I found myself leveling up the weapons. It would take about a few hours per weapon, which is relatively good, all things considered. And for this as well, what I'd recommend the guns you're using are pretty much everything except sniper rifles. Sniper rifles we're going to get into a bit later, but everything that isn't a sniper rifle I would recommend using in this playlist. If you get bored of Nuketown for whatever reason, I would recommend there is an Express playlist right now. Express is obviously in Black Ops 2. It got brought into Black Ops Cold War when the content update happened, where you got Firebase Z, the new zombie map as well. That also has a hardcore playlist, and that is relatively good as well, even if you just want to change things up. It's not as fast as Nuketown, 100% definitely is not as fast as Nuketown, but it is a good second option for getting them kills. But now to get into just basic tips and that for when you're in these playlists, one thing I would say, you don't have to aim in all the time. You can just run around like I said and spray your weapon. And if you want to do this as well, this is very good. You can hold a sound tech and then sprint. What this means is you can sprint around at max speed and shoot your weapon whenever you want. As before, you'd have to stop, aim in, or if not aiming, and slow down to shoot your weapon, even with the gunho perk activated as well. The Semtex method is very good, and this is the one I've been using a lot of the time as well for getting them SMG kills. Another tip I'll give you as well is, even if the games are going really poorly, as long as you're getting kills, stay in them. If you've been in half the game for ages and you haven't got anything, then feel free to back out and find a new lobby, maybe with some more noobs in it. Obviously, we know skill-based matchmaking is heavily introduced into Cold War, and it is very hard to find easy lobbies. But as soon as you back out of that game, you're going to lose all the progression you got in your weapons, and I've experienced this firsthand as well, and it is very annoying, very annoying, but you might as well just stay in and finish off that game so you can get your XP. One last tip I'm going to tell you right now is something I didn't know for ages, and it is really cool. So, for when there's no double XP left after the double XP weekend's over, there is going to be a way for you to get double XP you didn't know you had. What you're going to do is, if you've ever played Warzone before, you want to download Warzone again, and even if you have it now activated, you want to go into your Warzone and then go into your tokens there. For some reason, the tokens in Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War are completely separate. They're in their own games, but when you activate them, it'll transfer over to the other game. I know it's kind of confusing, but trust me, you'll go into Black Ops Cold War, see you have no double XP tokens, and then you go into Warzone, and then you'll see you have them, and when you activate them, it will activate for all your games. So Modern Warfare, Warzone, and then obviously Black Ops Cold War. Now that's all my sort of multiplayer tips for you. This next one is involved in the multiplayer, but it's so different that I class it not being a multiplayer. And this is going to be Fireteam Dirty Bomb. Now, for those of you that don't know, Fireteam Dirty Bomb is essentially Treyarch's version of Ground War for Cold War, but with a twist. What happens in it is you drop into this massive map with a bunch of other players, and it's kind of like Blackout or Warzone, right? It's kind of like a Battle Royale mode, but it's very different at the same time. So essentially the objective of the game mode is you want to collect uranium from around the map from killing players and opening up these chest things and then going to the bomb sites and setting off the bombs around the map. But what you're going to be doing in this is you're going to be ignoring that and you're just going to be going for kills, because for some reason in this game mode, you level up your weapons really fast when you get kills with them in this. I think it's because Treyarch anticipated not many gunfights happening in this, and therefore each kill your weapon should have a bit more XP than as in multiplayer where you're getting killed a lot of the time. So to make it fair, they pretty much made it so when you get a kill, it levels up your gun really fast. And I promise you, you go in this and going for like a few hours, your weapons are going to be level 55 easy. This is the best game mode for leveling up your weapons, but me personally, I don't really like the game mode too much. I think it's fun and it is somewhat enjoyable, but for me, I need a balance. I need some fire team and then I need to go back into Nuketown. And it makes it a lot more replayable and you don't get really burnt out. And that's the main thing. You don't want to get burnt out by doing this. So if you get kind of bored, take a break for a bit. You don't have to keep constantly your weapons, because if you start getting bored, you're probably going to start doing worse and it might get to a point where it's not even really worth you playing. So pace yourself as well. And once you kind of had a rest from the game, come back on, go into Fire Team Dirty Bomb and do some leveling up in there. You get bored of that, go into Nuketown. You get bored of that, go into Express, and then go back to Fire Team again. For this video for later on, I think it's going to benefit people when double XP isn't about and all the playlists change as well, because there'll always be a Nuketown playlist, okay? You're always going to have that Nuketown playlist, so you can always go into it. The same with Fire Team. Fire Team is going to be around for the whole lifespan of Black Ops Cold War, so that is always going to be there. I have one final tip for you as well, and that is going to be running rocket launchers all the time. Now, the reason you're going to want to do this is because your secondary slot, you're not going to want anything in there, because obviously you're going to have your assault rifle, whatever you're leveling up, unless it's a pistol, obviously, but pretend it's not a pistol, right? You're going to want your AR in your main slot, or your LMG or whatever, right? That's what gun you're going in to level up. But when there are UAVs and chopper gunners and other things around in the sky, that's when you can use your rocket launcher. This is going to make it so you're not going to get killed by them constantly, whilst leveling up your rocket launchers and RPGs, and it's going to make it so they level up fast on their own and you won't even have to go into them later. Getting a few UAVs per game, do that for 10 or so games, and then bam, your rocket launcher is going to be leveled pretty much to level 30. So guys, that is my tips for you for today for leveling up your weapons in Cold War. I promise you, if you just hold it out and keep going, take a break when you need to, you will eventually get your weapons leveled up, and then you can take them into zombies and get your camos. Again, that's what I'm personally doing. These are the tips I find that are helping me right now. I'm almost there. I have a few more guns to do, and then I can go for all my weapons in the zombies mode. And yeah, that grind for Dark Ether never stops. I gotta get there eventually, and now is a perfect time to do it. If you guys did enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe if you aren't already, because I'll be uploading lots more COD and mostly zombies content in the future. As well as that, we have a podcast as well called the Division Z Podcast, where we talk about zombies every week and other stuff going on in the COD community. Also, we have merch as well if you'd like to check that out, and you can also become a channel member if you thought this video was that good enough. Obviously, you don't have to, but it would be greatly appreciated. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.